Hey, my name's James Nicholson and welcome to my YouTube channel. Now in this video, I want to talk about why house prices have already had a massive decline. It's not what you're thinking, and why this is potentially very good news for investors. So while you're here, make sure that you smash the subscribe button and hit the bell notification. And also here, while you're here, do me a favor and smash that like button over there. That really helps me with the YouTube algorithm. We nearly got 70,000 views this month, which is crazy good. And so every time you smash that like button, that helps us get more views on the channel. So thank you for doing that, everyone. So house prices, it's no secret that they're down officially, right? So Halifax and Nationwide have different data. One saying 3.5% down. I think the other is saying 2.6% down. I can't remember which way round it was, but house prices are down. However, they're actually down a lot more because right now we're going through a period of inflation and it's been really high for a long period of time. We've talked about it a ton on this channel. Other countries have dealt with this. America seems to have dealt with it pretty good. EU has done very, very well. France particularly, I was looking at, has got really good control on their inflation at the moment, but British inflation is really not doing great. We're currently at 8.7%. That was expected to drop even more than that. It didn't, which is why we had a big interest rate rise in the last meeting a couple of weeks ago now. So what is really happening? Well, lots of things are going up in value, aren't they? So we've got food is going up absolutely crazy, nearly 20% in some areas. We've got wages that are going up. I know when I say that in the comments, you'll say, what are you talking about? Go and look at the stats. Private sector wages are up around 7%. So wages are up. And that's one thing that we're a little concerned about, something called a wage price spiral. Wages keep going up and you kind of can't get rid of the inflation if that happens. It's a difficult thing. No one wants to sit on a lower wage when things have got more expensive. But if we keep giving pay rises, it causes massive problems as well. So food's up, energy's up, all these things are going up. But one thing's not going up, and that's houses. In fact, they've gone down. So house prices have gone down, but inflation has also, in real world terms, so your house might be worth £100,000 right now. However, what you can buy with that £100,000 is 10% less pretty much than you could last year. So really, your house, if you sold it and you went back in time, you'd only be able to buy 90 grand worth of food, drink, cars, whatever you wanted to buy, because things have gone up in value. And so inflation has really caused problems for people. And this is a silent killer of your money, inflation. So any money you've got sitting in the bank is worth less than it was. Your house, now if you sell it, what you can buy with that stuff, so if you went and bought holidays and all these goods, you're going to be able to buy significantly less than you would have a year ago. So where are we sitting at, and how much has inflation killed house prices right now? Well, it's actually meant that house prices are down in real money terms 12.5% at the moment. 12.5% down. And if we carry on and inflation doesn't get dealt with quickly, which is not looking great, is it, guys? It's not looking great. Then in real world terms, the house that you live in right now might be worth 20% less without the price going down anymore. So that's kind of been a big correction in the market already. We're almost without, in real money terms, this is what I want to make sure you guys understand. In real money terms, what your money can buy, in real money terms, we're almost at a crash similar to 2008, which is crazy. However, this is good for investors. And the reason for that is where you really get in trouble, and we might have this as well, where you really get in trouble is where this 100 grand house, the actual cash price also goes down. And that is what's happened. I mean, it's gone down around 3 grand so far this year. If this goes down to 80 grand and inflation stays high, then in real money terms, your house effectively could have gone down in value by nearly 40%. The buying power, if you sold that property and what you'd be able to buy would be 40% potentially less than what you can get now. So why is this good for investors? Well, for investors, inflation eating away at the value of your house is actually better for us because we owe money. Well, some of us are cash buyers, but a lot of people have mortgages on their property. And so the value of the debt that you owe is going down. And this is a better way because the affordability is getting significantly better for people. Now, you're going to say things like interest rates are up, food inflation's up. Yes, correct. All of that stuff will level out, and eventually interest rates might go up a little bit more, but they'll level out. And so eventually affordability will get better for people significantly. And so for an investor, this inflation could be a blessing in disguise, as in you're not going to go into negative equity. So affordability will get better as people's wages have increased, which they have by 7%. So their affordability has gone up on that. However, on the flip side, it's been knocked back because of interest rate rises. So as the wages go up and the interest rates look at coming back down, that will marry up, and that will mean that people will be able to start buying again. And that's a positive thing. Now, as I said, the debt that you owe is getting eroded. It will get easier once you're on a fixed term and interest rates come back down. It will get easier to afford to pay down the debt that you owe. Now you're in a difficult, painful period. I understand that everyone is in a really uncertain time. What's going to happen? Prices, are they going to go up or down? But as I'm saying, we've already lost homeowners in real terms, in real money, have lost 12.5% of the value of our property. And that's interesting, isn't it? So as this price drops in real cash price as well, this crash will potentially feel like a 30% crash, but the market might only go down 10, right? So actually your house might go from 100 to 90, and it will feel like your property is now worth 30% less, even though it only needs to go down 10 on that. I hope this makes sense. It's a difficult one for some people to sometimes wrap your head around. So maybe watch the video back and let me know your thoughts and comments on this one. But what's your opinion on this? Do you think inflation has already hit house prices? I'm not saying that this doesn't mean that we'll have a real cash drop in prices. I think we will, as interest rates keep going up. People that will hit the market, some of them will just need to sell. So they'll be way more realistic with their pricing. But it's interesting when you look at the data, there's a few data sources, quite a few places now that are talking about this stuff and saying, look, your house is actually already worth less. And so this is good for us as investors, because the difficult period comes where, let's just say for argument's sake that this house goes down to be worth 70. When you then look to remortgage, you've kind of wiped out your 25% equity that you put in as a deposit, and then you might have to put some more money in to even get a new deal. That's a bad scenario. Whereas if inflation helps you here, and inflation is the one that's eroding the real world buying power of the property, that's the best case scenario for investors. So as I said, we're already 12.5% down because of inflation, and it could get significantly worse if inflation just sticks around, coupled with the potential of the market going down 5-10%, or if people said it goes down 35%, which is a few places saying, then yeah, property in the near term very soon could be one of the most affordable things or the most affordable times to ever buy it. And so thinking that, there are great deals out there at the moment. And so we have something called the Property Accelerator, which I'd love you to join to get these strategies learnt and take advantage of probably the biggest opportunity that you're going to get in your lifetime. So I'll pin a comment below, click on the link, come and join us in the Property Accelerator, and let's just see how this can work for you and look at the positive side of things on this one. But I'd love to know your thoughts and comments below, so do put all of those in there. Do check out all the other content on my channel while you're here, including this video right here.